If the people wanted a good game from Portland and Houston, that's exactly what they got last night. Portland had a 13-game win streak as they hosted James Harden and the Rockets, and James Harden made sure it did not get to 14. He cooked up 42 points in a dominant performance. Came down to the end. This three right here kind of sealed it for the Rockets. Jalen, as I was watching this game, I had this thought, that James Harden is the best offensive player in the NBA right now. Do you agree?
All-around offensive player, yes, he is. And I've talked about this previously. Just think about it this way. There are only a couple of players in the history of basketball to lead the league in total points and total assists. James Harden is one of those guys. And when you talk about greatness, Tiny Archibald did both in the same season, which is awesome. But let's look at some of the top offensive players in the game. Kevin Durant is not the playmaker that James Harden is, nor is Steph Curry. As a matter of fact, they don't lead their team in assists. Draymond Green does. How about LeBron James? James Harden is a better shooter from range than he is. And so when you look at that, it's like James Harden has truly elevated himself. He's also more efficient than Russell Westbrook. So James Harden, while he's my favorite to win MVP, he's doing a terrific job leading the Houston Rockets. You're not speaking out of school when you say he has become the most complete and efficient total offensive player in the game.
So I want to talk about the style of basketball that the Rockets play. Like, we all know it's threes and layups and shooting, but with the revolutionization of the Warriors, pace and space and passing, it seems like the Rockets, and it was very exemplary last night, are going the other way. It's basically isolation, dribble, 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 maybe a pick to get the switch that you want, back it out, dribble, dribble, dribble some more, and then get to the rim or shoot over somebody. What do you think about this ISO ball that the Rockets are instituting, and do you think it's a way to kind of like change the tide and to zig where the Warriors are zagging?
Well, the Rockets and the Golden State Warriors are diametrically different based on who their best players are and what their strengths and weaknesses happen to be. When you have Kevin Durant and Steph Curry, both of those guys can get you 30 points, but their usage doesn't have to be so high because they're amazing at catch and shoot as well as moving without the basketball. It's a free-flowing style offense. For the Houston Rockets, the defense has now dictated to them, we're going to force you to play isolations because you play in so many pick and roll scenarios that we're going to just switch them. So when you look at all of these highlights of James Harden, notice there are different people on him each time.
Every possession,
There was Nurkic one time. There was Dame Lillard one time. It was C.J. McCollum one time. Because that's what the defenses are dictating to the Houston Rockets. And James Harden, who's become the best isolation scorer in the league currently, as well as Chris Paul. They're two of the top in the entire game. Now all of a sudden, they're using that to a strength, and they're doing a really good job of dominating teams so far.
I just love watching James Harden at the top of the key, just kind of point at somebody like, I think I want Aminu to cover me now. Come over and give me a pick and let me get that switch and then let me cook him. I think I want Dame Lillard this possession. Come over and give me a pick and let me have him switch on to me. It is so fun to watch.